Hi, welcome to Nona's Here. I'm Nona, and today is What Month Is It? I'm going to put on my glasses so I make sure I get everyone's name right. What Month Is It is hosted by Tami from Happiness Created. Her co-host is Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY, and they have a special guest host, Brandi from the DIY Struggle. I'll be sure and list all of their channels down below, along with the playlist of all the creators who are joining in today for What Month Is It? All right, so we know it's March, and we know there are a lot of good things about March, so I hope you'll stay with me and watch my video because I have a new tier tray to use this month. The tiers tray that I'm going to use, I made it a couple weeks ago. I tried to make it look like wood. It's a little larger than my other tier tray. The other things I'm going to use is, this is a terracotta pot. Since it's the craft month, I've put some of my craft tools in there, paintbrushes and one of my Cricut tools and some glue and let's see, some twine, just some other tools and some scissors. And so that's just a little terracotta pot with my craft tools in. Then I'm going to take this calendar in the back. I'm going to take the spring picture with the little bicycle, and I'm going to cut that out and I'm going to put it on a magnet because it's the beginning of spring. Then I have this pretty candle holder, and I'm going to put some styrofoam in the bottom and some daffodils because daffodils are the flower for the birth month of March. And I have some scatter foam for St. Patrick's Day. Okay, so I've cut out the back little picture of the bicycle for the beginning of spring. I'm using some tacky glue, and I'm going to attach it to the magnet. And then after my tier tray is done for March, I'll put it on my refrigerator. So now I've put some styrofoam in my candle holder, and I'm beginning to put some daffodils into the styrofoam, since daffodils are the first flowers we usually see in the spring. Then I'm going to take some foliage that I had to cover up the styrofoam around the edges, and I'm going to stick that in around the glass candlestick handle holder, and I put that pretty yellow polka dotted ribbon, tied a ribbon around it. Now I took 3 pieces of scrapbook paper that I'm going to make a collage on the back of that picture frame holder, and then I have these 3 clocks. Got all this stuff at Dollar Tree, and these are laser cut clocks that you can get at Dollar Tree. They have all different kinds of things, but these are clocks, and I am going to put them on the scrapbook paper to show that it's when we change to daylight savings time. And I'm going to add that to my tier tray. Now I'm ready to put together everything for my tier tray. So on top is going to be my little bouquet of daffodils, which is the birth flower for March. And then there, I'm going to go all the way up and show you with the pretty yellow polka dot bow. Then I am going to add the magnet that says spring on it that I got off the calendar. And then I'm going to add my craft pot with all my craft items in it. And a can of Coca-Cola, because did you know Coca-Cola was invented in 1886? It was. And here is my picture frame for daylight savings time, which begins on March 13th with the 3 clocks to signify daylight saving time. And here's the picture of our cat Percy, because March 28th is Respect Your Cat Day. You should respect your cat every day. So now I'm ready to put on some scattered foam of shamrocks and gold coins to signify St. Patrick's Day, which is March 17th. So I'll put those all around. Got all these at Dollar Tree. And then I have three golden eggs to represent Easter. Now, I know this year Easter is not in March, but Easter is coming up, so I added those to my tiered tray. So that is it. I'm going to carefully turn this around, but then I'll do a better video for you in just a moment. So here's the final reveal with my daffodil bouquet at the top, Coca-Cola that was invented in 1886, my little spring magnet, picture of Percy for Respect Your Cat Day, my 3 clocks to represent daylight savings time, my clay pot with my craft tools in it, 3 golden eggs to represent coming Easter, and my green and gold shamrock scattered foam scatters with some gold coins. And that is my tier tray for March. Once again, I'd like to thank our host, Tami from Happiness Created, and her co-host, Cee J from DIY. I'm sorry I forgot you in the introduction. And Brenda from Rustic and Lace, and their special guest host, Brandi from the DIY Struggle. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today, and I hope to see you at Nona's Here again very soon.